Synchronicity. Introduction. Many events in the universe are deeply intertwined, so much so that science has studied them to the point where they no longer surprise us. They've become part of the background of our daily lives, like the rhythmic rise and fall of the tides as the moon draws close to the Earth, or the shift of the seasons as our planet tilts and moves around the sun. We understand that these are not mere coincidences. Each action has its reaction in a perfect chain of cause and effect. But what about the subtle, unseen forces at play, the ones we often overlook? The same principle of interconnectedness applies at a hidden level, where every thought, every action we take sends out ripples, sometimes creating consequences that go unnoticed. These effects often escape us simply because we're unaware of the many things happening beneath the surface of our daily routines. Take a moment to consider this. Have you ever thought of someone you haven't spoken to in years, and suddenly, out of nowhere, you receive a message or a call from them? To the rational mind, it may seem like a mere coincidence, but for others, it feels like a meaningful connection, an alignment of energies, intentions, and timing that defies explanation. These moments, often dismissed as random, are subtle hints from the universe, reminders that there are forces at work shaping our lives in ways we don't fully comprehend. It's a quiet nudge, a soft whisper from the universe, reminding us that there's more to life than we often acknowledge. A web of synchronicity weaving our experiences together. There are countless stories of people who faced setbacks or delays, only to discover later that these obstacles saved them from disaster. Maybe you miss a flight, and later find out that the plane had mechanical issues. What seemed like an inconvenience at first now feels like a divine intervention. Perhaps the universe was protecting you all along. It's as if the universe subtly shifts circumstances, nudging us out of harm's way without us even realizing it. Think about the times when something as small as taking a different route home led you to avoid an accident or an unforeseen situation. These experiences serve as a powerful reminder that life often unfolds in ways beyond our control, in ways we can't predict. What may seem like bad luck or misfortune is sometimes part of a greater, hidden design working in our favor. It's these moments that reveal how even our setbacks might be synchronicities in disguise. Tiny miracles that protect or guide us when we least expect it. This is the essence of synchronicity. It's when everything aligns perfectly, even when we don't fully understand how or why. A term made popular by Carl Jung, synchronicity refers to meaningful coincidences that feel orchestrated by the universe itself, moments when invisible threads connect people, events, and circumstances in ways that are beyond logic. These synchronicities aren't random. They are the universe's way of communicating, of nudging us toward where we need to be, gently aligning us with our highest path. Though often subtle, the impact of synchronicity can be profound. It's as if the universe is leaving breadcrumbs along your journey, guiding you toward answers, encounters, and experiences that resonate deeply with your soul. The key to recognizing synchronicity lies in awareness, in being present and open to the subtle signs and messages that the universe is constantly sending your way. Synchronicity invites us to open our hearts and minds, to step into the flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. When everything aligns, when the missed train, the unexpected encounter, and the random delay all fall into place, it's the universe whispering to you, reminding you that you're never alone, that everything is connected, and that you're exactly where you need to be. Chapter 1. When coincidence becomes meaning. Synchronicity, a term coined by the renowned Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, refers to these significant occurrences where seemingly unrelated events coincide in a way that feels deeply connected. Jung described these moments as meaningful coincidences, events that have no causal relationship yet appear linked in a way that defies the typical understanding of chance. In essence, synchronicity is when the external world reflects something happening inside of us, a meeting of the mind with the universe that suggests a far deeper connection than we often realize. As we have seen, synchronicity might appear as nothing more than luck or serendipity. But Jung believed it was much more profound. To him, synchronicity revealed the hidden order of the universe, the way in which the mind and reality are intertwined. Unlike ordinary cause and effect events, synchronous moments transcend explanation by traditional logic. They hint at the existence of a universal design, one that connects our inner experiences, our thoughts, emotions, and desires, with the material world in a web of subtle, invisible threads. To understand synchronicity, it's important to distinguish it from simple coincidence. When two events happen at the same time by chance, that's a coincidence. But when those events have a deep personal significance, when they mirror something within you, like a thought, feeling, or question, then it becomes synchronicity. It's not just that things are happening at the same time, it's that they are happening in a way that feels purposeful, as if the universe is responding to your inner state. Consider, for example, a time when you were deeply focused on a particular question or concern. Perhaps you were feeling stuck, uncertain of how to proceed in a certain area of your life. Then, out of nowhere, you meet someone who seems to offer the very insight you were searching for, or you overhear a conversation that provides the exact solution to your problem. These moments of synchronicity don't just feel random, they feel like the universe is actively participating in your life, aligning circumstances to guide you in the right direction. Jung's concept of synchronicity was deeply influenced by his studies of Eastern philosophies, particularly the idea that everything in the universe is connected in ways that we cannot always see. This interconnectedness, according to Jung, extends beyond the physical world and into the realm of the psyche, where our thoughts, emotions, and experiences are all part of the larger web of existence. In this view, synchronicity is the manifestation of that connection, the point at which our inner world intersects with the outer world in a way that creates meaning and direction in our lives. But why do these moments happen? Jung believed that synchronicities are the universe's way of communicating with us, offering signs and signals that guide us along our path. These events can act as wake-up calls, helping us recognize the deeper truths in our lives, or they can provide validation that we are on the right track, confirming that our thoughts and actions are aligned with our true purpose. In this sense, synchronicity is not just about the events themselves, but about the meaning we assign to them, the personal significance they hold in the context of our lives. One key idea in understanding synchronicity is that it's not random chance. It's the physical manifestation of the mind's connection to the universe, a reflection of the idea that our thoughts and intentions have a real, tangible impact on the world around us. When we are in tune with our inner selves, when we are clear about our goals, desires, and feelings, we become more open to these moments of synchronicity, more attuned to the signs that the universe is sending our way. It's as if the universe is a mirror, reflecting back to us the energy we put out into the world. For example, think of a time when you were feeling particularly positive or focused. You may have noticed that things seem to flow more easily during that period, and that opportunities seem to present themselves without effort. This is synchronicity at work, the alignment of your internal state with the external world. On the flip side, when we are feeling negative, scattered, or unsure, synchronicity can manifest in ways that challenge us, pushing us to confront those feelings and make the necessary changes to realign ourselves. In many ways, synchronicity invites us to look beyond the surface of our daily lives, to recognize the deeper patterns that are at play. It encourages us to trust that there is a greater intelligence at work in the universe, one that is constantly guiding and supporting us. And while we may not always understand why certain things happen or what they mean at the moment, synchronicity reminds us that everything is connected and that every experience has a purpose, even if it's not immediately clear. The beauty of synchronicity lies in its mystery, in the sense that we are part of something much larger than ourselves. When we begin to recognize these moments for what they are, opportunities for growth, reflection, and alignment with our true selves, we open ourselves up to a world of possibility. Synchronicity is the universe's way of speaking to us, guiding us toward the answers we seek, and reminding us that we are never truly alone. So the next time you experience one of these coincidences, take a moment to pause and listen, because the universe may be trying to tell you something important. Chapter 2. More than just a feeling. When seemingly unrelated occurrences come together in ways that feel deeply significant, it's known as synchronicity, and it frequently seems mystical or magical. People have dismissed these occurrences as pure accident or luck for millennia. But what if these strange associations aren't the result of pure coincidence? What if science proves that the cosmos is significantly more interconnected than we understand, instead of discounting these occurrences? Through investigating disciplines such as quantum physics, chaos theory, and biology, we can start to see how the deeper significance we attribute to synchronistic events is consistent with the connectivity of the physical universe. The concept that everything in the cosmos is interconnected, even if those connections are hidden from our view, lies at the core of synchronicity. Although this may sound obscure, frameworks provided by contemporary science imply that these links are not just plausible, but also essential to the way the cosmos functions. Quantum entanglement is one such framework, explaining a phenomenon that has baffled scientists for many years. When two particles become entangled, their states are linked even at great distances. This is known as deep coupling. Regardless of their distance from one another, a particle's action instantly affects the other. Because it goes against our common sense of how things should interact, Albert Einstein is credited with coining the phrase spooky action at a distance to describe this. However, quantum entanglement has been consistently shown to exist in laboratory settings. It is not merely theoretical. Quantum entanglement provides a model for how seemingly unconnected things or people might magically connect in the setting of synchronicity. Even while entanglement only happens at the subatomic level, the idea that two entities can affect one another across space and time raises the possibility that our lives are also connected in ways that are difficult for us to understand. What if our experiences, thoughts, and deeds are not discrete events, but rather a large interconnected network in which modifications to one area have an impact on the entire? It's an intriguing theory that raises questions about the fundamental principles of synchronicity. A crucial component of chaos theory, the butterfly effect, is another scientific principle that lends credence to the concept of interconnection. According to the butterfly effect, even minor modifications to the starting circumstances can have a profoundly different result. The term refers to the idea that a butterfly fluttering in one area of the world may later cause a tornado in another region of the world. According to this theory, everything in the cosmos is interrelated and extremely sensitive. Thus, even seemingly insignificant actions can have profound effects. Although the butterfly effect is frequently used to explain weather patterns or stock markets, it also has significant effects on our understanding of synchronicity. It implies that just like other chaotic systems, our lives are made up of seemingly unimportant decisions and occurrences that can have far-reaching effects. Synchronicity operates on this same principle. Small, seemingly random events can lead to life-changing encounters, decisions, or insights. You might casually decide to take a different route to work one day, only to bump into someone you haven't seen in years, sparking a connection that alters the course of your life. These experiences feel meaningful because, much like in the butterfly effect, tiny variables can shift our entire trajectory. The scientific underpinning of this idea reinforces that synchronicity isn't just a spiritual concept, but something that may very well reflect how the universe truly operates. Beyond physics and chaos theory, biology also offers powerful examples of how everything is interconnected, often in ways we don't immediately recognize. Consider ecosystems, where every living organism, from the tiniest microbe to the largest predator, plays a crucial role in maintaining balance. When one species is removed or disrupted, it can cause a ripple effect impacting everything else in the environment. This delicate interdependence mirrors the way synchronicity works in human life. Just as ecosystems rely on a hidden network of interactions, our lives too may be influenced by connections we're not consciously aware of. The human brain itself provides another compelling example of interconnectedness. Our brainwaves, the electrical impulses that govern thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, are deeply affected by our surroundings and interactions with others. Neuroscientific research has shown that when people engage in conversation or spend time together, their brainwaves can synchronize, creating a kind of mental harmony. This phenomenon, known as neural entrainment, echoes the idea of synchronicity. It suggests that our thoughts and experiences are not isolated, but can align with those around us in ways that create a sense of connection and meaning. When we feel a sudden bond with someone, or share an unspoken understanding, it might be more than just chemistry. It could be a form of synchronicity at work, where our inner worlds align with others in profound ways. In all these scientific realms, from quantum entanglement to brainwaves, we find evidence that the universe operates as an intricate web of connections, where the boundaries between events, people, and thoughts blur. While synchronicity may feel like a mystical or supernatural occurrence, science suggests that these meaningful coincidences could be a reflection of the fundamental interconnectedness of all things. Our thoughts, actions, and experiences ripple out into the universe, influencing events in ways we might never fully comprehend. In the end, synchronicity invites us to view the world not as a series of isolated incidents, but as a deeply connected whole, where everything is in constant conversation. It challenges the notion of randomness and invites us to consider that perhaps nothing is truly accidental. Whether through the lens of science or spirituality, synchronicity reminds us that we are part of a vast, interconnected tapestry, and that the universe is constantly working behind the scenes, nudging us toward meaningful experiences. By embracing this interconnectedness, we can begin to see synchronicity not just as coincidence, but as a profound reminder that we are never alone in our journey. Chapter 3: Synchronicity and the Power of Your Thoughts. Synchronicity is not just about seemingly random events aligning in mysterious ways. It's also a reflection of the profound connection between our thoughts and the reality we experience. At its core, synchronicity serves as a bridge between the invisible world of our mind and the tangible, physical world we interact with daily. It invites us to consider that our mental energy, our thoughts, emotions, and intentions can influence and shape the events, people, and opportunities that come our way. It's a powerful concept that suggests that the universe is not a passive backdrop, but an active participant responding to the energy we emit. The power of thought has been a topic of discussion for centuries, with philosophers, spiritual leaders, and now even scientists exploring how the mind shapes reality. In the context of synchronicity, this idea takes on an even more intriguing dimension. Our thoughts are not isolated, fleeting moments confined to our inner world. Instead, they are like ripples in a pond, extending outward and interacting with the world around us. These ripples can attract experiences, people, and opportunities that are in harmony with our mental state. Imagine your thoughts as powerful magnets, drawing toward you the circumstances that align with the energy you project. When you dwell on positive, focused, and clear intentions, you might notice that opportunities seem to appear out of nowhere. You bump into people who are aligned with your goals, or doors open that lead you exactly where you need to be. On the other hand, when your thoughts are chaotic, negative, or filled with doubt, you may find that obstacles appear more frequently, or things just don't seem to go your way. This isn't about magical thinking or wishful dreaming. It's about recognizing that your internal state of mind has a direct impact on the experiences you attract. Synchronicity operates as a feedback loop between your thoughts and the universe. When you set an intention or focus deeply on a particular outcome, you are, in essence, sending out a signal. That signal resonates with the energy of the universe, drawing experiences back to you that match the vibration of your thoughts. This is where synchronicity becomes a powerful force, when your internal world and external circumstances begin to align in ways that feel almost too perfect to be coincidence. It's as if the universe is responding directly to your desires, bringing people, opportunities, and events into your life just when you need them. This connection between thought and reality is especially apparent when you think about the moments in your life when things seem to click effortlessly. You may have been focused on a specific goal, visualizing it, and working toward it with clear intention. And then, without warning, you meet someone who can help you achieve that goal, or a chance opportunity arises that brings you one step closer to your desire. These moments of synchronicity often feel like the universe is giving you a gentle nudge, guiding you in the right direction. What's happening here is that your thoughts and intentions have synchronized with the energy of the world around you, creating a seamless flow between your inner and outer realities. One of the most fascinating aspects of synchronicity is how it reveals the interconnectedness of our thoughts and the material world. For instance, think about the times when you've been thinking about a friend, only to have them call or text you moments later. It feels like an eerie coincidence, but could it be something more? In those moments, the energy of your thoughts reaches out and connects with theirs, creating a bridge between your mind and the physical action of their message. The same principle applies to larger events in life, the job opportunity that presents itself just when you've been considering a career change, or the random encounter with a person who turns out to have exactly the information or support you need. The power of synchronicity lies in its ability to make these invisible connections visible. It helps us see that our thoughts are not inconsequential, but rather a vital force that shapes our experience. When you understand this, you begin to approach life with a new perspective. Instead of seeing yourself as at the mercy of random events, you realize that you are co-creating your reality with the universe. Your thoughts, your energy, and your intentions are constantly interacting with the world around you, drawing to you the people, places, and experiences that resonate with your mental state. You must develop an awareness of your thoughts and emotions in order to effectively utilize the potential of synchronicity. Keep an eye on what you're concentrating on, since your concentration will grow. If you're always anxious or skeptical, you can notice that your life reflects that energy back to you, with challenges or disappointments showing up more often. However, if you approach life with an open mind, well-defined goals, and faith in the process, you may be surprised at how often things start to come together naturally. Try to think about synchronicity as the universe telling you that you're headed in the correct direction. The universe reacts in kind when your intentions and ideas are in harmony with life's natural flow, providing opportunities, experiences, and events that seem to have been predestined for you. It serves as a reminder that you actively participate in the course of your life rather than merely watching it happen. Your thoughts are like a magnet, drawing situations that align with your inner state to you. By embracing the power of your thoughts and recognizing the synchronicities in your life, you begin to live in harmony with the world around you. You start to see that nothing is truly random, and that the universe is constantly working in tandem with your mind to bring about the reality you are creating. This understanding allows you to step into a position of co-creation, where you can consciously align your thoughts with your desires, trusting that the universe will meet you halfway with the synchronicities that guide you toward your highest potential. In the end, synchronicity teaches us that our minds are powerful creators. The energy we project into the world doesn't simply dissipate. It returns to us, often in the form of meaningful coincidences and aligned opportunities. By tapping into this power, we can shape our reality, one thought at a time, and learn to trust the intricate dance between our inner world and the universe at large. Chapter 4. How to recognize synchronicity in your life. Synchronicity is often subtle, and in the hustle of everyday life, it can be easy to overlook these meaningful connections. But just because these moments aren't loud or obvious, doesn't mean they aren't powerful. In fact, the more in tune you are with your inner world and your life's purpose, the more frequently synchronicities begin to appear as signs, gently guiding you along your path. Recognizing these moments requires a shift in awareness, an openness to seeing beyond the surface of everyday events, and an acceptance that the universe is working with you in ways that may not always be immediately clear. So, how do you begin to notice these quiet nudges? The key lies in practicing mindfulness, trusting your intuition, and learning to let go of control. To begin, mindfulness is an essential practice in recognizing synchronicity. Our lives are filled with distractions, constant demands, endless streams of information, and the noise of our own thoughts. In such a chaotic environment, it's easy to miss the subtle patterns and connections that are constantly unfolding around us. Synchronicity thrives in the present moment, and when you're caught up in the past or worrying about the future, it becomes difficult to notice the signs that the universe is sending your way. Practicing mindfulness helps you cultivate a deeper awareness of the present, allowing you to observe your surroundings with greater clarity and openness. When you're mindful, you start to pick up on things you may have otherwise ignored. That chance encounter at the coffee shop with someone who shares your goals, or the book that falls off the shelf with exactly the message you needed to hear, suddenly become more than coincidences. By paying attention to these moments, you begin to see the threads of synchronicity weaving their way through your life. Mindfulness teaches you to slow down, take a breath, and observe. It helps you notice the little details that are often rich with meaning, allowing you to connect the dots between events that at first glance may seem unrelated. But awareness alone isn't enough. You must also learn to trust your intuition. Your intuition is like an internal compass, guiding you toward what feels right or meaningful, even when logic doesn't fully explain why. Too often, we dismiss our gut feelings, brushing them off as irrational or unimportant. However, intuition is a vital part of recognizing synchronicity. When you get that sudden feeling to take a different route home or reach out to an old friend, those nudges are often signs that something is aligning in your life. Following these gut instincts can lead you to unexpected opportunities or connections that feel perfectly timed because they are. Think of intuition as your direct link to the deeper forces at play in the universe. When you trust it, you're more likely to be guided towards synchronistic moments that help you along your path. The challenge, of course, is learning to distinguish between intuition and the noise of anxiety or doubt. The more you practice listening to your gut and acting on it, the more clearly you'll be able to recognize these moments of inner knowing. Over time, you'll begin to trust that these feelings are not random, but are guiding you toward experiences that are meant for you. Letting go of control is another crucial aspect of recognizing synchronicity. We often feel the need to plan and control every aspect of our lives, clinging to specific outcomes and expectations. But synchronicity doesn't operate within the confines of rigid control. It thrives when we surrender and allow life to unfold naturally. When you release the need to force things into place, you create space for synchronicity to enter. The universe has a way of bringing about the right circumstances at the right time, but only when you stop trying to control every detail. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your goals or desires. It means trusting that the universe knows the best way to bring them into your life. This surrender allows you to remain open to possibilities you may not have considered. You may have a specific plan in mind, but synchronicity often brings about outcomes that are even better than what you imagined. By relinquishing control, you open yourself up to the flow of life, where synchronicity can guide you to where you need to be without the strain of trying to make things happen. As you become more mindful, trust your intuition, and let go of control, you'll start to notice that synchronicities appear more frequently, often as signs or confirmations that you're on the right path. These moments can serve as a cosmic thumbs up, signaling that you are aligned with your purpose. For instance, if you've been contemplating a major life decision and suddenly you encounter multiple signs pointing you in the same direction, whether through conversations, articles, or unexpected events, it's likely that synchronicity is at play, affirming that your intuition was correct all along. The more in tune you are with your inner self, the more clearly you will see these synchronicities unfold. They might show up as small, almost imperceptible moments at first. Perhaps you're thinking about a new career path, and over the next few days, you overhear conversations, see billboards, or meet people who all seem to be related to that field. It's as though the universe is placing breadcrumbs along your path, guiding you step by step toward where you're meant to go. The challenge is to stay aware, stay open, and trust the journey. Recognizing synchronicity requires a blend of awareness, trust, and surrender. The more you cultivate these qualities, the more you'll begin to see that life is not a series of random events, but a beautiful interconnected web where everything happens for a reason. When you start to view your life through this lens, synchronicity becomes a powerful tool for navigating your journey with a sense of purpose and wonder. Instead of forcing outcomes or getting lost in the noise of everyday life, You allow the universe to guide you, knowing that every experience, no matter how small, holds the potential for meaning and connection. Chapter 5. Real Stories of Meaningful Coincidences. The concept of synchronicity can feel abstract until you encounter it in real life. These moments, where coincidences seem to align with perfect timing, often have a profound impact on people, leaving them wondering if there's more to the world than meets the eye. Synchronicity has a way of weaving its magic into all aspects of life, from chance encounters that spark love to career breakthroughs that come at the exact right moment. Below are some real-life stories of how synchronicity has played a pivotal role in transforming lives, offering a glimpse into the power of meaningful coincidences. Take, for instance, the story of Sarah, who was at a crossroads in her life. She had been working in a stable but uninspiring job for years, and deep down, she longed for a change. As her dissatisfaction grew, she began to contemplate taking a leap into a new career, although she had no clear plan in mind. One day, during a flight to visit family, Sarah found herself sitting next to an engaging stranger. They struck up a conversation, and as the hours passed, they delved into their careers and aspirations. To Sarah's surprise, the stranger happened to be the founder of a company in the exact field she had been dreaming of transitioning into. By the end of the flight, she had a job interview lined up for the following week. This chance encounter didn't just feel like good luck, it was a synchronistic moment, as though the universe had conspired to connect Sarah with the opportunity she had been longing for. Another powerful example of synchronicity comes from the story of David, a man who had just moved to a new city after a painful breakup. Feeling lost and unsure of how to start over, David spent his days wandering around, contemplating his next steps. One evening, he decided to attend a book signing event at a local bookstore, even though he had no particular interest in the book being promoted. While browsing the shelves, he noticed someone reaching for the same book as him. A simple smile turned into a conversation, and that evening marked the beginning of a relationship that would completely change his life. This woman, who David would later marry, turned out to share not only his love for literature, but also had gone through a similar breakup and had moved to the same city to start fresh. It was as if the universe had orchestrated their meeting, bringing them together at just the right time. In this moment, synchronicity unfolded in the form of love, offering David the new beginning he had been searching for. Sometimes synchronicity doesn't just change one life, but has a ripple effect that influences many. Such was the case with Maria, a teacher working in a small town. Maria had always been passionate about education reform, but working in a rural area, she felt isolated in her efforts to make a real difference. One weekend, while attending a random conference in another city, Maria struck up a conversation with a man at a coffee shop. As it turned out, this man was an education consultant who was working on a national project to bring innovative teaching methods to underserved communities. Their conversation sparked a collaboration that resulted in Maria spearheading a new initiative that brought much-needed resources and attention to rural schools like hers. What had seemed like an ordinary trip turned into a life-changing moment that allowed Maria to fulfill her larger purpose. It was no coincidence. Synchronicity had brought her into contact with the right person at precisely the right time. Synchronicity often appears in moments of crisis or uncertainty, as was the case for John, a young man facing a major health scare. After receiving a difficult diagnosis, John felt overwhelmed and unsure of where to turn for guidance. One afternoon, as he sat in a park contemplating his options, an older man sat down next to him and struck up a casual conversation. As the conversation progressed, John shared his concerns, and the man revealed that he had gone through a similar health challenge years before. Not only did he offer comforting words, but he also recommended a doctor who had played a pivotal role in his recovery. This seemingly random meeting led John to a medical professional who helped him overcome his illness. It felt as though the universe had placed that man in John's path at just the right moment, providing him with the hope and guidance he needed when he felt most lost. These examples of synchronicity aren't just about lucky breaks or chance meetings. They illustrate how the universe often works in mysterious ways to align us with the people, opportunities, and experiences that propel us forward. Whether through love, career, or personal healing, synchronicity has a way of making us feel that we're exactly where we need to be, even if we don't always recognize it at first. In some cases, synchronicity takes the form of small everyday moments that carry deep meaning. Jessica, for example, had been grappling with a major life decision, unsure of whether to move across the country for a new job opportunity. One afternoon, as she was mulling over her options, she decided to take a walk to clear her head. Along the way, she stumbled upon an old bookstore and felt compelled to go inside. As she browsed the shelves, a book fell off and landed at her feet. The title, The Road Less Traveled. It felt like a direct message, nudging her to take the leap and embrace the unknown. With renewed confidence, Jessica accepted the job and later realized that the decision had led her to personal and professional fulfillment she hadn't imagined possible. The falling book might have seemed like a trivial coincidence, but for Jessica, it was a synchronistic sign that guided her toward the right choice. What these stories share in common is the feeling that something larger was at play, an invisible hand guiding each person toward the people, opportunities, and insights they needed at that exact moment. Synchronicity is often subtle, but when it happens, it can feel like the universe is sending you a message, gently affirming that you're on the right path or offering you a chance to shift directions when needed. Whether in moments of uncertainty, hope, or longing, synchronicity has the power to change lives in ways that feel both magical and deeply meaningful. The key to recognizing these moments of synchronicity is to remain open and aware. When you live with a sense of mindfulness and curiosity, the universe's signs become more visible. You start to see the connections between events that once seemed random, and you begin to trust that there's a deeper order to the chaos of life. In doing so, you open yourself up to the full potential of synchronicity, allowing it to guide you toward experiences and people that align with your highest purpose. Chapter 6. Why Living in Flow with the Universe. There comes a moment in life when you start noticing the subtle ways the universe communicates with you, through chance encounters, perfectly timed opportunities, or small signs that seem to point you in the right direction. This is the essence of synchronicity, and it matters more than you might think. Recognizing and embracing synchronicity can shift the way you navigate the world, leading to a life that feels more purpose-driven, aligned and connected to something greater than yourself. It's a reminder that life is not a random series of events, but rather a beautifully orchestrated flow of experiences that are guiding you toward your highest potential. When you begin to pay attention to synchronicities, the world around you starts to look different. Events that might have once seemed like random coincidences now carry a deeper meaning. That job offer that came right when you were thinking about changing careers. It wasn't just luck, it was the universe responding to your thoughts, aligning circumstances to open a door that was meant for you. Synchronicity shows you that there are unseen forces at play, helping to guide your path in ways that often go unnoticed unless you're paying close attention. Once you start to see these patterns, you realize that life is much more interconnected than you ever imagined. Living in flow with the universe means embracing this interconnectedness and trusting that you are always being guided, even when things don't seem to make sense on the surface. Synchronicity acts as a gentle nudge, reminding you that there is a larger plan unfolding, one that is beyond your immediate understanding, but perfectly aligned with your purpose. These moments of meaningful coincidence are not just arbitrary. They serve as confirmations that you are on the right track, or as signals to redirect your focus when necessary. Consider the feeling of peace that comes when everything just clicks into place. When you experience a synchronicity, it's as if the universe is giving you a cosmic thumbs up, affirming that you're moving in the right direction. This sense of alignment can be incredibly powerful because it reinforces the idea that you're not alone in your journey. Instead, you are constantly supported by forces that are working behind the scenes to bring you closer to your goals, desires, and even your true self. The more you recognize synchronicities, the more often they appear, creating a positive feedback loop. It's as though by noticing them, you signal to the universe that you're open and receptive to its guidance. This creates a deeper level of trust, not just in the universe but in yourself and your ability to make decisions that are aligned with your highest good. When you trust in the process, you stop forcing outcomes or trying to control every detail of your life. Instead, you allow life to unfold naturally, confident that what is meant for you will come at the right time. This shift in perspective is profound. When you embrace synchronicity, you move from a place of fear and uncertainty into a state of flow. You no longer feel the need to micromanage every step because you understand that there is a larger force guiding you toward your purpose. This doesn't mean you stop taking action or pursuing your goals. It means you start to act with more clarity and intentionality, trusting that the universe will meet you halfway. When you live in flow, you feel more connected to the world around you, and life becomes less about struggle and more about discovery. For example, think about a time when you were struggling with a decision, unsure of what to do next. Maybe you spent days or weeks weighing your options, only to have an answer present itself in the form of a conversation with a stranger, a book you happened to pick up, or an unexpected opportunity. This is synchronicity at work, showing you that the answers are already there, waiting for you to notice them. It's a reminder that life is full of signs, and when you're open to receiving them, you can move forward with confidence and ease. Because it strengthens your bonds with the cosmos and with yourself, synchronicity is important. It inspires you to have faith in how your life is going, even in the face of uncertainty or difficulty. It serves as a reminder that every event, no matter how good or bad, is part of a bigger picture that is meant to help you develop, grow, and reach your greatest potential. You begin to perceive setbacks as chances for reorientation rather than as failures when you live in harmony with the universe's flow. You start to realize that each door that closes is opening up for a more suitable one for you. Synchronicity additionally acts as a link between your inner and outward selves. It demonstrates that the experiences you draw into your life are actually influenced by your objectives, feelings, and ideas. The universe reacts by arranging things in your favor when you concentrate on what really important to you, and when you act in a way that is consistent with your values and desires. This does not imply that you will never encounter difficulties or that life will be simple. However, it does imply that you can have faith that there is a reason for the challenges you endure. Synchronicity is a reminder that life is a co-creation between you and the universe. You are not a passive participant in your journey, but an active creator of your reality. Every thought, every intention, every action sends out ripples that shape the world around you. And in return, the universe sends back signs and synchronicities to guide you along your path. The more you recognize and embrace these moments, the more aligned your life becomes with your true purpose. Chapter 7. Synchronicity in your own life. A strong force. Synchronicity can link your life with a greater purpose and lead to unforeseen chances. But you must first actively participate in its unfolding if you want to realize its full potential. Aligning yourself with the flow of the world might help you attract more synchronicity into your life, even if it frequently feels like spontaneous magic. Those ideal, unexpected moments that seem to lead you toward the appropriate person or place. You can start using synchronicity to change your trip when you start to notice the small clues, make plans for the future, and allow for serendipity. The good news is that you can develop this, and awareness is the first step. By journaling your experiences, you can access synchronicity in one of the most efficient ways. You can spot trends over time by documenting instances where coincidences were too good to be true. Synchronicity frequently operates subtly in the background of your life, and it's simple to overlook or forget those significant relationships. But by beginning to record them, you open up a place for introspection and the recognition of the subtle ways the universe is speaking to you. Writing it down not only increases your awareness, but also attracts more synchronicity into your life, whether it's a chance encounter, an unexpected conversation, or an opportunity that seems to come out of nowhere. You'll start to identify repeating themes and indicators that point you in the direction of particular avenues when you keep a notebook. These patterns show you how energy moves through your life and show you how the cosmos reflects your intentions. By just recording synchronicity, you can become more in tune with the forces at work and strengthen your relationship with your own intuition. It feels like you're speaking with the universe, learning its language, and improving your ability to read its signals. Visualizing your intended results and setting positive intentions are two more effective ways to activate synchronicity. Like magnets, our ideas and intentions have the power to influence the world around us by drawing in events that complement our emotional and mental states. A clear intention, whether it be for your work, relationships, or personal development, is a signal to the universe that invites favorable conditions. You can increase the energy of this process and make your desired outcome more tangible in your life by visualizing it. Set a clear aim regarding the type of employment you wish to attract. For instance, if you're looking to change careers, imagine yourself in that position, experiencing the feelings of pleasure and success. After that, let go of the need to dictate how it occurs. Have faith that the universe will present you with the ideal opportunity at the ideal time. The secret is to be receptive to new opportunities that could take you in the direction you desire. Synchronicity frequently provides us with what we need in unexpected and delightful ways rather than how we would have anticipated. You can cultivate synchronicity by directing your thoughts and intentions toward positive energy. Additionally, when you make room for spontaneity in your life, synchronicity flourishes. This entails being open to the unexpected and willing to act without hesitation when you see indicators. Rigid plans, timetables, and routines govern a large portion of modern life, which can make it difficult for the synchronicity magic to work. However, you invite the unexpected into your life when you let go of control and accept spontaneity. This is about making room for life to surprise you, not about letting go of your obligations. Perhaps you feel a sudden urge to attend an event you hadn't planned on, or you meet someone new who unexpectedly sparks your interest. Rather than dismiss these moments, follow them. Trust that these subtle urges or encounters may be leading you toward something greater than you initially realize. Synchronicity often works through these nudges, inviting you to step outside of your comfort zone and into a flow that aligns with your highest potential. When you follow these signs without hesitation, you strengthen your connection to the universe's guiding forces. The more you embrace this flow, the more synchronicity becomes a regular part of your life. What might start as small coincidences, like running into an old friend just when you were thinking about them, can evolve into major life shifts, such as discovering a new career path, finding your life partner, or encountering a mentor who will help you unlock your true potential. The beauty of synchronicity is that it often delivers the opportunities you need in ways that exceed your expectations. The universe, after all, has a broader view of your life than you do and can bring about outcomes far beyond what you could imagine. As you journal, set intentions, and follow signs with trust and spontaneity, you open the door to living a life in alignment with the universe. Synchronicity becomes more than just a concept. It becomes the way you navigate the world. You begin to understand that nothing is truly random, and that every experience, whether small or large, carries meaning and purpose. The more you tune into this flow, the more you'll see how your desires and the universe's plan are not separate but intertwined, co-creating the experiences that shape your journey. In this state of alignment, you'll find that life becomes richer, more connected, and filled with a sense of purpose. You stop chasing after outcomes and instead trust that the universe is always working in your favor. And the best part? The more you embrace synchronicity, the more the universe will align with your deepest desires, guiding you to unexpected opportunities and experiences that are meant just for you. It's a beautiful reminder that you are never alone on your path, and that when you live in harmony with the universe, magic unfolds in ways you never thought possible. Conclusion. Synchronicity is more than just a string of coincidences. It is the universe's way of communicating with us, offering guidance and revealing the deeper connections that shape our lives. When you start to recognize these moments, you realize that life is not as random as it seems. There's an invisible thread linking the people we meet, the decisions we make, and the opportunities that cross our path. These moments of synchronicity remind us that we are part of something much larger, that we are constantly in dialogue with the universe, even when we aren't fully aware of it. By paying attention to synchronicity, we open ourselves to life's hidden patterns, allowing us to see meaning and purpose in events that we might otherwise dismiss as chance. When we become aware of the subtle ways in which the universe speaks to us, through a conversation, a book, or a sudden change in plans, we begin to see the profound interconnectedness of everything around us. Each moment becomes an opportunity to gain clarity, to align more fully with our purpose, and to trust that we are being guided in ways that often escape immediate understanding. Embracing synchronicity requires us to shift our perspective, to move beyond the idea that life is a series of disconnected events. It invites us to trust in the flow of the universe, to release the need for control, and to cultivate a sense of openness to the unknown. When we make this shift, something remarkable happens. What once seemed like ordinary, everyday occurrences transform into life-changing moments that propel us forward in unexpected and powerful ways. The universe is constantly sending us signs, nudging us toward our highest potential. But the question remains, are we paying attention? Too often, we get caught up in the noise of our daily routines, so focused on controlling outcomes that we miss the gentle whispers guiding us in the right direction. Synchronicity asks us to pause, to notice, to listen. It asks us to trust that the universe is conspiring on our behalf, aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities in ways that are meant to help us grow and evolve. The magic of synchronicity lies in its ability to make the invisible visible, to turn what might seem like coincidence into profound moments of connection. When we start to view our lives through the lens of synchronicity, we see that everything happens for a reason. Every setback, every delay, every unexpected twist has the potential to lead us exactly where we need to go. The universe is not random, it is purposeful, and it is always speaking. The real question is, are we listening? As you move forward in your life, remember that synchronicity is always at play, whether you recognize it or not. The universe is constantly in dialogue with you, offering signs, aligning circumstances, and guiding you toward experiences that resonate with your deepest desires. The next time you experience what feels like a random coincidence, pause for a moment and consider, is the universe trying to tell me something? When you choose to listen, to really tune in to the subtle messages around you, you invite synchronicity into your life with greater frequency and clarity. You begin to trust the process, letting go of fear and doubt, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. In doing so, you unlock the power of synchronicity to transform your life, opening doors you never knew existed and revealing paths that lead you toward your highest potential. So the next time the universe speaks through a seemingly random coincidence, will you pay attention? Because in that moment you might just find that the universe has been whispering all along, waiting for you to listen, waiting to guide you towards something extraordinary.